Okay, so fuck Resident Evil 0. I changed my mind. I ain't doing no fucking video on that shit, because I just spent, like, yesterday, I beat it in a day. I just took the time out, I'm like, okay, let's play it through. And I did it, and that game fucking sucks, and I don't want to play anymore. I fucking deleted off my PS4 immediately, because it's so bad. So, fuck it. Here's what I'm just gonna talk about it here, because there's nothing else to talk about, really. I'm just gonna go back through the mansion. And, like, I'll talk about the hunters, because the hunters are cool. But fucking, most of this video is just gonna be me complaining about how fucking terrible Resident Evil 0 is. So, if you like Resident Evil 0, I don't know why, because you have poor taste, basically. It's gonna take a while. Oh my god, I hope no snakes bite me.
This is Brad. Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
This is Jill.
You know the radio is broken, Jill.
I hear you, Brad. Over.
You know it's broken.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad? Brad!
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad! Brad! Shit. It's broken.
We already established this. So, reasons fucking Resident Evil 0 is garbage. The starting of that game, it's like, ooh, the mysteries of Umbrella still haven't been unraveled. Who founded Umbrella? And what about the creation of the T-Virus? And it's like, no one fucking cares. No one... Oh, damn it. The controls are slightly different. Oh my god. The controls between fucking 0 and Remake are different, so now that's gonna fuck me up. How did the taser not kill that dog? And it's like, none of those questions matter. Like, no one was sitting there going, oh man, the canon, the continuity of Resident Evil makes so much sense, but I'm still wondering, man, who founded Umbrella? And where did the T-Virus come from? These are just questions that perplex me. God damn it. Don't poison me. So, like, here's the thing. The only thing Resident Evil 0 answers is, how did the T-Virus outbreak get started here in this mansion? Again, didn't really matter. I mean, and you could have kind of just naturally assumed, oh, they had a vial or something, and someone broke it, and it got out. Okay. But here's the thing. It actually made me think about it, and it doesn't actually make any fucking sense. So, the answer that they give in Resident Evil 0 is what doesn't make any fucking sense. Because, like, oh, the fucking Leech Bishi fucking guy is like, I'm the one! Thanks, Barry. I'm the one who unleashed the T-Virus in the mansion. How? Fucking leech fucker over here just had a fucking bottle of T-Virus and was hiding in the bushes and chucked it at some guy who was sleeping at his post and then ran away. And shit just kind of went downhill from there, I guess. Okay, so, yeah, homeboy fucking started the T-Virus in the mansion here. Okay, but hold on. Ah, shit, it's a hunter. Oh, there it went. Hunters are fucking awesome. Hunters are like the only thing Umbrella ever made that was ever any good. These are the BOWs that, like, okay, I can see a military buying a squad of these and just letting them loose. I mean, the only thing they don't have going for them is, like, I don't really know if you can control them. I think in Code Veronica there might have been some hunters with some brain control or something that you can remote control or whatever. But aside from that, you can unleash these fuckers. And I think in Resident Evil Revelations, like, some terrorist group fucking just dropped a fucking just a whole fucking army of fucking hunters down on that city, on that Atlantis city, and just fucking blew that shit up. And like, yeah, hunters are fucking badass. Okay. Anyway, okay, so fucking Dr. Marcus Leach fucker started the outbreak. But wait a minute. When did he start the outbreak? Because the whole impetus for the Resident Evil plot is there were some cannibal murders going on. It was a serial killing. And the implication is zombies from the mansion went down to Raccoon City and ate some fuckers. Like, that's the implication of the whole fucking thing. But that, A, doesn't make any sense, because zombies aren't exactly known for their subterfuge. What do? Break into those houses and eat the people and then hide and then run away? Like, what? No one ever found any zombies at the scene. At the beginning of the game here, in this game, they showed, like, photos of the homies who got fucking ate. But the victims of the murders never got turned into zombies. They got eaten by zombies, but never got turned into zombies. And it's been shown that when you get killed by zombies, you do turn into a zombie. Except for Kenneth. Fucking, homie in the hallway over here. He didn't, for some reason. So, and Wesker and, Birkin are watching the thing going down in Resident Evil 0, which doesn't make any sense, on the fucking security camera, and Merc is like, yes, I did it. And they're like, what are you talking? So, like, it's been days. It's just been days since he bombed this mansion with the T-virus, but the Umbrella employees on the Ecliptic Express were still taking the train into work at the training facility, which is a stone's throw away from this fucking mansion. So what is the timeline here? And then there's a cutscene later where Wesker's like, yo, I'm gonna stick to my original plan of luring stars into the mansion. So they did know that the mansion has been fucking infected for days now, and Umbrella hasn't done anything about it. Their own research facility has been a zombie mess, and they're like, yeah, just leave that alone for like a week. Wesker's got some plan to get quote-unquote combat data. What the fuck does combat data even mean, by the way? This means like, hey, let's lure some guys in there, get them sick wrecked. I'll get combat data. Are you getting video footage of it? Are you like recording this happening? And you're just gonna show it to some fucking like military dudes and like, look at these guys get sick wrecked by our BOWs. Give us money now. I don't think you thought this through. Where are the other doors? So, and then, oh my god, fucking Resident Evil 0 is so bad. Half that game takes place in a fucking FMV. Thank god. Sweet release of death. Half that game takes place in FMV. In this game, in Remake, the only FMVs are the beginning and the ending. Yeah. Oh, god damn it. That's actually super relevant. Where'd it go? Okay. X days drawing upon us. Okay, so wait. July 22nd. So they were going to lure the stars to the mansion before or after the outbreak happened. When did the outbreak happen? And they were like, okay, instead of going to clean up that mess, let's lure stars there and get some quote-unquote combat data. And then blow it up. Okay, no, yeah. Dispose of the laboratory personnel and test animals, disguising their deaths as an accident. So, even before the outbreak happened, they were planning to lure stars to the estate and get combat data. What were they gonna do? Just shove them into a room with a bunch of hunters and, like, hold the door closed behind them? What the fuck was your plan? And the fucking outbreak happening was just a coincidence? Oh my goodness. And there's like... it's so... it's so stupid that I'm like... it's all trying to get out the door all at the same time here. The main villain of that game is the fucking Marcus guy. Someone who has never been mentioned before or ever will be since. And his only thing is, like, he fucked a bunch of leeches and made a virus out of their leech fuck. And then, like, from that leech virus, they made the T virus and the G virus and all that shit. And no, I'm trying to get this thing. Gosh dang it. Which, I don't see why that was needed. No one was wondering, oh, but what was the thing? Oh, fuck, never mind. Where did the T-Virus come from? Oh, they made... oh, there was a guy and he made a virus previously. And then from that virus they made the T-Virus. I think we were fine with, oh, there was a virus. I don't really see why it was necessary to explain... If anyone was wondering what the fuck's up with the T-Virus, going, oh yeah, there was a virus before that, really fucking fixes the issue that was had here. Okay, now what did I need these for? One goes into the thing to get me the MO disc. I think it's the yellow one. Oh, and the red jewel, yeah, okay, I remember now. Should I get the MO disc now? Yeah, it's right here. I might as well. Ah, scary. Fuck, oh my god. This is some bullshit. They sound like raptors. And so Marcus is like this Bishi, like the leech version of Marcus. Oh gee, criminy. The leech version of Marcus is the main villain of the game, but he has absolutely no animosity towards Rebecca and Billy. Like, they see him on a fucking ridge outside of the train, like, once. Okay, I got it right. Like, way early on, and they're like, who was that guy? And then they have no other contact with him at all at any point ever in the game until literally the very, very end. And he has no reason to have anything against them. They're just, like, fucking lost dicking around in this fucking second mansion, which again doesn't make any goddamn sense. And he's like, Eddie. I need to go fight Jan. Should I do that? Oh, yeah, I have the red gem on me, so I might as well go do that. But still at the end, he's like, I'm gonna kill you guys for no reason. And they're like, oh, who are you? What's going on? Literally, the final confrontation with the main villain has our main heroes going, who are you? What's going on? What the fuck? Why is this happening? Like the main characters of the game have no personal investment or understanding of the plot. They're just dicking around through a mansion, going like, kind of giving away the secret there, buddy. I think I'm good. Weird that they just put it there. Fuck, it's just all so stupid. Oh, my favorite part of fucking Resident Evil 0 is the part where you go back to the lab from Resident Evil 2. And so the fucking game starts with Bravo team going into the mountains in a helicopter to investigate the murders, because for some reason investigating murders necessitates flying a helicopter through the goddamn mountains. Okay. And while they're out there, they're like, they come across this fucking, like, wrecked Jeep that has, like, that was transporting this fucking prisoner on death row, and that was Billy Cohen, to be executed. And they immediately go, okay, never mind, let's start trying to investigate where Billy is. Let's all split up in the foggy woods to try and find this serial killer who has killed. Let's all split up. Send the 18-year-old girl, who's a rookie and a medic, off all on her own to look through the woods for a serial killer. And then she comes across this train, right? And she gets on there and finds Billy, and then this homeboy Edward jumps on, and he's fucking dead. Who is another member of the Bravo team who literally was fabricated into existence for Resident Evil 0. He was never mentioned before. He certainly wasn't mentioned in this game. And he dies, and then Enrico, who we'll meet later, calls Rebecca on her radio and is like, yo, we found some more information at this crash site of the fucking Jeep that we were just... I've been wandering around through the woods for God knows how long, found this fucking train, Edward's fucking dead, and you're still back at that fucking crashed Jeep? So much for splitting up. You guys are just dicking around while me and Edward went off. And she doesn't tell him about Edward dying, by the way. And then fucking, like, a million years later, for some reason that door's busted. And a million years later on in the game, you take this fucking cable car over to William Birkin's lab from Resident Evil 2. The lab from Resident Evil 2. Like, you know how there's a lab in this game? There was a lab in Resident Evil 2 as well. And it was Birkin's lab, and it was underneath Raccoon City. So Rebecca Chambers took a fucking... Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was gonna need the fucking lighter. Took a fucking cable car from a mansion that was pissing distance away from this mansion to the laboratory underneath Raccoon City. And what does she run into while she's there? Fucking Enrico. Enrico was dicking around inside William Perkins' lab that is inside Raccoon City. What the fuck was he doing there? How did he get there? Did he walk? There's a file in that game that says that the training facility, and therefore this mansion, are 8 miles away from Raccoon City. So Enrico and the rest of Bravo team walked 8 miles from where they were all the way back to Raccoon City to this fucking laboratory and they were dicking around in an umbrella laboratory and then he's like, oh, if you go straight from here, you'll find another mansion. Homeboy, what the fuck is you talking about? It's... Oh my god. And then Rebecca takes a fucking magic elevator, a pan-dimensional elevator, that takes her from the William Birkin's laboratory underneath Raccoon City, and, okay, go up to floor number 1. It takes her to the sewers underneath the training facility, 8 miles away in the forest. This game's goddamn fucking retarded. Holy shit. Oh my god. It's so dumb. I can't even. Another thing I like is fucking... Because William Birkin's in that game, for some reason... Oh shit, what was I supposed to do? Oh, okay. For some reason, William Birkin's in that game, so I just want to bring up the fact that the whole special thing about Rebecca is she can mix herbs. Billy can't mix herbs, Rebecca can mix herbs. Billy Cohen is the only Resident Evil character in history who can't mix fucking herbs. Fucking Sherry Birkin, a 12-year-old girl in Resident Evil 2, can mix fucking herbs. Why is William Birkin even in that game? William Birkin and Wesker have the most boring Saturday night while Rebecca and Billy Cohen fuck around with leeches that have nothing to do with them. Yeah, give me that shit. Oh, here we go. You were obsessed with designing this mansion, but you don't know how to get out. You fell into your own trap, you dipshit. Yeah, that didn't go well. So somehow George Trevor wandered down into this hole in the mansion and then died here somewhere. Because there's no other way out, and I doubt he fucking pressed the button to open this, because otherwise... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The fucking story of this fucking game. And of course, Rebecca never mentions anything having to do with Marcus. Oh my god, I got poisoned by the death throes. Please tell me there's a blue herb somewhere down here. And like in the final confrontation with the villain, they're like, Dr. Marcus! Because all the cutscenes of these games always assume that you've been reading the files. If you don't read the files, and you just play the game without having read any of the files, the cutscenes become very fucking funny. Because it's like, how do you know that? It said, how do you know that? So anyway, they're like, Dr. Marcus! And he's like, Spencer had me assassinated. And Rebecca should be like, who? Yeah, Birkin and Wesker had me assassinated. And she's like, my boss? What? My boss had you assassinated? Excuse me? What's happening? And of course she never brings it up at any point during this incident. Because, like, apparently she learned all about Umbrella's secret dark past. And Dr. Marcus, and that Wesker's a traitor. And all that shit, but she doesn't mention any of it to Chris or anyone. Just fucking plot holes you can drive a fucking semi-truck through. And it's not like Resident Evil's strength was its narrative or anything like that. And no one was wondering about this shit. No one was like, what? Like, they're just like, yes, the old seek questions that you've had about the Resident Evil series will finally be answered. Everyone like, really? And it's like, yes, this question, this question, this question. And everyone was like, no one's ever had those questions. I personally did not wonder about any of that stuff. What are you talking about? You're like, but it's the secrets to the series that you've always been wondering. No one wondered any of this. Why are you going on? You know what I was wondering? Where the fuck is Spencer? What's his deal? Fucking like 7 games, and we never find out what Spencer's fucking deal was until Resident Evil 5, when he's just casually killed off screen by Wesker, and you never find out what the fuck's going on. I got that battery. I'm gonna go fight Yawn. Bald Crimson Head. Didn't trigger for some reason. What did I need? I think it's the fountain. I think I'm just ditch those in the item box right now. Because right now, what I'm running around looking for is... I got the first piece of that medallion thingy. And I need the second piece so I can swap them both in. And get down to where Lisa is, and that'll lead me to the laboratory. Oh my god. It's Yawn. My homeboy Yawn. Because he's just been chilling out digesting fucking Richard however long. Now he's ready for seconds, and now he's dead. Love you, Yawn. You chill. You fly. In the original game, when you kill him, he would just melt and sizzle away into nothing, and Barry would walk in and walk through his sizzling, melting corpse and be like, so have you found anything interesting, Jill? For some reason, you can't just go through that door, because that would be too easy, so you gotta go all the way up and around. And that battery, I need so that I can do some bullshit with an elevator, and if, like, we're done with the mansion. Like, fucking short return trip through the mansion, because, now we head into the cabins. Yeah, like, they build up this whole, like, return trip through the mansion, and if you know what you're doing, it took me a very short amount of time. Although, again, like, your first time through, you're really just wandering around being like, what the fuck? And it's really exciting because it's, like, newly populated with a bunch of... Oh, god, Jesus Christ, that scared me. It's newly populated with a bunch of hunters, and if you killed any zombies, they're coming back as Crimson Heads. It's some crazy shit. And, like, it is really exciting. And, like, that was always the core strength of Resident Evil. Oh my god. Like, even to this day, that's what makes this game special, even above most of the other games in the series, because you get this, like, intimate familiarity with the Spencer Mansion. Like, your first time through the game, you really do wander around and get very intimately familiar with this place's layout. And it's this battle of attrition with dwindling resources, and, like, you're always afraid of, like, oh no, like, do I kill this guy or do I just move past him? Because, like, I don't got a lot of bullets. I don't know where the next magazine I'm gonna come across is. And even saving the game costs you a resource. Saving the game is a limited resource in this fucking game. Like, even Alien Isolation, which is... I should open these. Aping some, like, classic survival horror tech by, like, having manual saves instead of just being checkpoint dependent. Even that game, like, you can save anywhere and as much as you want. In this game, you can only save as much as many ink ribbons you can find. Speaking of, that was the mansion. Took me one video. We will only be coming through here one more time later to pass through. And next time we're going to be going through the caverns. And should be able to veer back on talking about the story of this game instead of fucking Resident Evil 0, which sucked. So, sorry for the disjointed rambling. See you guys next time.